In her previous life, Su Nyenyen deeply loved Bai Junyi. She was married to her husband for 10 years, but her husband's heart only held his white moonlight. Because of this, they didn't consummate their marriage for 10 years. Even when she was in the late stages of cancer and near death, he was unwilling to see her. When she opened her eyes again, Su Nyenyen had returned to before her marriage. She looked at the familiar room around her, and the cold face of the man before her. This was her room at her family home before she got married.
I've been reborn. Shock,
disbelief and various other emotions intertwined. Repaying kindness is one thing, but you want me to use my marriage to repay your Su family? That's a bit too much, isn't it? Su Nyenyen looked directly at him. This was 3 months before she married Bai Junyi. At that time, after Bai Junyi heard the news that they were about to get married, he was furious, and stormed directly into the Su family to question them. In this life, she would absolutely not marry him again.
Su Nyenyen, I'm telling you, don't daydream. I don't like you.
Your previous pestering of me has already made me very impatient. His words were like a sharp knife,
piercing fiercely into Su Nyenyen's heart.
10 years of marriage. He never once looked at her properly. Even the most basic marital duties were never fulfilled. His heart was always thinking about his white moonlight, who was already married to someone else. Thinking of this, Su Nyenyen's chest ached, as if it had been cruelly ripped open. Sister, really, you're something else.
Why do you insist on pestering Commander Bai?
A sweet voice sounded at the door. It was the daughter her stepmother brought, her younger sister, Su Xiaoxiao.
What kind of person is Commander Bai? You know it in your heart.
What if you used the kindness Grandpa showed Commander Bai's grandpa back then, to get this marriage contract? He's unwilling. It will only cause an ugly scene.
Su Nyenyen looked at Su Xiaoxiao.
Her feigned appearance. She sneered inwardly. In her previous life, Su Xiaoxiao got married on the same day as her. On their wedding day, Su Xiaoxiao's husband went on a mission. A few days later, news of his death arrived. From then on, Su Xiaoxiao became a widow. Even if you use Grandpa to force me to marry you,
I won't treat you well.
You'd best agree to cancel the engagement now, to avoid more awkwardness later.
Okay, I agree, don't go too far.
Don't think that if you don't agree, I'll wait, etc. What did you say? Bai Junyi was momentarily stunned, unable to react. He just subconsciously felt that Su Nyenyen's words would definitely be a refusal.
What kind of trick are you playing?
I said I agree to annul the engagement. No tricks. However, the things I gave to your family before, you have to return them all to me. What things?
The dowry my mother left for me.
Before, I liked you. So I took a portion as gifts, and gave them to you and your family. Now that we are annulling the engagement, those things should naturally be returned. Bai Junyi remembered some of the things she sent.
Mostly inexpensive trinkets.
She actually wants them back. He didn't ask Su Nyenyen to give those things. She just eagerly gave them back then. To please his mother and sister, and some other small items, were casually tossed in corners of the house. They were just a pile of trash. Getting them back is no problem, but they were randomly thrown in corners by family members. It'll be hard to find. The corner of Bai Junyi's mouth still held a hint of irritation.
Su Nyenyen, aren't you buying a little too petty? Taking back things you were given away.
It wasn't that Bai Junyi was unwilling to return them. He just wanted to test if Su Nyenyen was really agreeing to annul the engagement. This woman's methods have always been like this. Before, she used those little things to make his mother and sister overjoyed. Wasn't it all so she could marry him?
I'm not wagging my tail at you anymore.
Why should I continue to feed a dog? Remembering her previous life, where she lay in bed waiting for the man before her, as her husband. He wasn't even willing to visit her once.
Who are you calling a dog? Su Nyenyen, don't go too far.
It's clearly you who was petty first.
What good are you anyway?
I pursued you. You neither accepted nor refused. I thought there was hope. That's why I gave so many things.
Now you're blaming ML and calling MA petty.
I just had a change of heart. Since you don't accept,
then return the things to MA.
I have my own choices. Feeding a dog for 3 years. The dog at least knows to wag its tail and act cute towards me. I pursued you for so long. You neither refused nor accepted. Don't you find yourself disgusting? What's wrong with asking you to return the things? Bai Junyi looked angrily at Su Nyenyen. In the past, Su Nyenyen was always obedient to him, always had a smile on her face. No matter what he said, she would agree. She never spoke to him with such an attitude. and Su Nianyan was thinking that no matter what, she had to get her things back. Those were left to her by her deceased mother, and were her future dowry. Among them was a bracelet that she gave to Bai Junyi's sister, Bai Shanshan. That bracelet had a space. In her previous life, she remembered when she was close to death, Bai Shanshan came to visit, and talked endlessly at her. She also said something very important. Sister-in-law, didn't you know? This bracelet you gave me has good stuff inside. There's a naturally formed space within it, and there are quite a few amazing things inside, especially the spiritual spring within. I love it so much. That's why for the past few years, I've had such smooth sailing, hearing these words.
Su Nianyan, lying in the hospitalbed, looked confused.
What space?
What spiritual spring?
Everyone knows you and my brother have a great relationship. Who knew? You two were just putting on a show.
You never got my brother's love in this life.
Because someone like you doesn't deserve it. Don't you think you're pathetic?
You're whole life and you never
got his love.
Su Nianyan, you're truly hopelessly foolish.
If it weren't for the things you gave to please us, why would I have allowed you to enter this family's door? If it wasn't because you forced Grandpa, my brother wouldn't have married you at all. She recalled these things, closed her eyes and took a deep breath. In this life, she didn't want to have any more dealings with Bai Junyi, of course. Nor could she leave that spatial bracelet to Bai Shanshan, and let her have smooth sailing.
The space is hers.
Having lived again, she not only had to make up for the regrets of her previous life, but also make her own life better. Having lived again, she understood a truth. A woman can only rely on herself. I hope you'll keep your word.
I'll return the things to you, and you will annul the engagement. Don't stick to me like chewing gum.
After Bai Junyi finished speaking, he turned around and left directly. He was going back to get the things now. According to Bai Junyi's personality, since he wants to annul the engagement so badly, he'll probably return the things within a few hours. She just needed to wait. Su Nianyan turned around, intending to go back into her room. Who knew that as soon as she turned around,
she saw Su Xiaoxiao still standing in the corner.
Su Nianyan didn't want to bother with her. Who knew Su Xiaoxiao walked towards her.
Su Nianyan, what kind of person are you?
You're even playing hard to get now. How ridiculous. You don't think that by acting like this, you can make Brother Junyi change his mind, do you? All you're doing is pushing him further and further away. You won't have happiness in the future.
What about you? What kind of person are you?
What right do you have to come here and criticize me? And it's none of your business. Having lived such a miserable life in the past.
After waking up, Su Nianyan
secretly swore to herself that she would never tolerate those
bullshit things again. Get angry when you should.
Scold when you should.
That's the way to life.
What are you talking about? You said you want to annul the engagement with Brother Junyi. Do you think I don't know what you're plotting?
In your heart?
You can't play this game of playing hard to get. Moreover, the fact that you chased after him is known throughout the entire compound. You didn't know, did you? Everyone in the compound treats you as a joke. You won't be able to get married in the future. Su Xiaoxiao thought saying these things would make Su Nianyan upset or angry, and that a quarrel would be best.
No, not best.
Who knew Su Nianyan didn't react at all. She had completely changed from how she used to be.
Su Nianyan,
noticing the bewildered look in Su Xiaoxiao's eyes, sneered coldly. She wasn't that fool from her previous life anymore. As soon as the two of them argued, Su Xiaoxiao would pretend to be pushed over, waiting for her father to come back so she could complain. Her father's relationship with her wasn't good either. He always thought she was bullying Su Xiaoxiao at home. In this life, she wouldn't be silly anymore.
Mind your own business.
I already said it's none of your business. Why do you still want to interfere? Are you really that annoying? Su Nianyan snorted coldly, and went back into her room to sleep. Meanwhile, after Bai Junyi returned home, he started rummaging around looking for things. Although the things Su Nianyan gave weren't valuable, their family rarely had such items, so they were easy to find. In a few moments, Bai Junyi found a pile, put in a box. There was actually a whole large box. Su Nianyan actually gave so many things. Inexpensive trinkets. Of course she gave a lot.
What's so strange about that?
Just as he was almost finished tidying up, Bai Shanshan suddenly returned from outside,
holding a large bag,
wearing a small white dress with floral print. She had been shopping, and bought herself a new outfit. Brother, what are you doing? Su Nianyan asked me to return all the things, and she'll annul the engagement with me.
I'm looking for things. Wen bei Schanzern hört's.
Her face was full of disdain. How could she be so petty, taking back things she had given away? Why didn't I know she was such a petty person before?